Hey everybody, it's Genia, co-founder of USVI Wine Company. Just wanted to take a few minutes away from winemaking today to tell you guys hello and give you a little information about who we are and what we do. Founded in 2020, USVI Wine Company is a native Virgin Islander owned and operated, also Black owned, female owned, operated company located in Charlotte, North Carolina. Why USVI Wine Company, you say? Well, I'll give you a little background on the founders and where we're from. Myself and my partner, Deidre Ann Verlack, we are both from the United States Virgin Islands, located in the Caribbean. For those of you that do not know about the United States Virgin Islands, we are America's paradise. If you haven't been there, please take a trip. Now let's get back to the wine. So we started out of a small warehouse in Statesville, North Carolina. And the very first wine that we made was our Genesis Cabernet. Why do we call it Genesis? Well, it was the beginning for us. It started with an idea and we birthed it into what we have today, USVI Wine Company. So after we created Genesis, and to give you a little bit of information about myself, I am a red wine drinker. I like drier, more full-bodied wines, not a fan of sweet wine in any way at all. I'll drink them, not a fan. I can make them, definitely not a fan. But then we decided, hey, not everyone's a red wine drinker. You know, what do we do for everyone else? What do we do for the individuals that don't like the dry wines? Maybe just a little Sunday afternoon wine, something to eat with your salmon in the evenings. And so we experimented a little bit and we branched out and we did a Chardonnay. Chardonnay was full-bodied, not as oaky as you would expect a Chardonnay. Light hints of vanilla, light hints of brown sugar, nothing too overwhelming. In general, Chardonnay can be a very full-bodied wine, but I'm very proud about the way this one turned out because it's not as filling as your average Chardonnay. And after these two wines were prepared and they were on deck, we had our limited release event. This happened back on March 8th of this year, 2021, International Women's Day. We thought it was fitting. And that's when we introduced our products to the world. I would like to give a shout out to everyone that came out and supported us that evening. It definitely meant a lot to us, all of the love, just to see how people came out and showed love and appreciation for all the hard work my partner and myself put into making USVI Company what it is now. From the bottom of our hearts, we thank you. And so our limited release, we just gave samples. We didn't have any wine for sale because as a new startup wine company, we wanted to get feedback from our potential clients and be able to take it back to the warehouse, take it back to the drawing board and see, well, what is it that people are looking for? What is it that we can do better? Now, at that point, we had already decided that we would have about 5 wines in our portfolio that would be the core of our company. So these were just the first 2 of 5 that we were planning to roll out in 2021. Back on April 23rd, we had a very fun event, and I would like to give a big shout out to Chris from Majestic. He did a phenomenal job in assisting us with our very first wine and paint event. It was held at the NC Music Factory, and we had a very intimate core group of individuals that came out. We painted a hibiscus, which is our logo, and we also unveiled the 3rd wine in our core varietals, which was Moscato. And not just any Moscato, Mokojumi Moscato. So for those of you that are from the islands, that are affiliated with people from the Caribbean, you know what a Mokojumi is. For those of you that are not, I encourage you to find out, look up the history. So we were really happy when we unveiled the Mokojumi Moscato back on April 23rd. It was definitely met with well-receiving arms from our potential clients because we had a lot of sweet wine drinkers that were amongst a lot of the people that came out to our first event and that were there. So Mokojumi Moscato, thanks to you guys, it was definitely a success. We listened to you. We knew that you were looking for something on the lighter, sweeter side. It was already in the making, but you gave us the information that we needed to go ahead and perfect that, and we were able to roll that out a few weeks ago. In the very near future, we will be having our third event. Well, actually a fourth event. We had a little private wine and yoga back in March that was very good. Thanks to Marisol Tufty for coming out and doing the instruction on that class for us. But in the next few weeks, we will be rolling out our fourth wine. Can't tell you what it is. But what I will say, we have been asked about it. It's not too heavy. It's not too light. It's somewhere in the between. Aside from that, we'll have our fifth wine. We'll be rolling out a little bit closer to Q4 this year. That one I am super excited about, super stoked about. That one is an all-time favorite of mine. I cannot wait to introduce it to you guys. I put a lot of hard work, a lot of effort into that, and I hope you enjoy sampling it as much as I enjoyed making it. So stay tuned on social media. We will make an announcement after that, when that fifth wine is ready to be rolled out. We will be having a very upscale wine and food pairing right here in North Carolina. At that time, you will have the opportunity to sample all 5 of our wine varietals. One of the things that we've had over the past couple of weeks, a lot of the questions, and we've been seeing your DMs, we've been seeing your posts, we've been getting your text messages. Thank you so much. Has been, well, when are you guys going to go ahead and do a tasting? When are you going to do a tasting? And we wanted to make sure that we had all 5 wines fully ready, loaded to go before we did that tasting. So later down, end of Q3, beginning of Q4, we're going to be ready to do that tasting. We want to have a really nice event, really grand. You can dress up, grown and sexy, come out and support us. It'll be a nice way to wrap up the end of the summer. So thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me today, to listen about USVI Wine Company, who we are, what we do on behalf of myself and my other co-founder, Miss Deidre Ann Berlac, aka Missy. We thank you, we appreciate you, and we look forward to taking you along with us to this journey. For all of my Virgin Islanders, St. Thomas, St. Croix, St. John, BVI, we will be coming home soon. We want to make sure that when we do come home, we're ready for you. Much love.